It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Vikings and the Packers, and it's coming up next.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And for how good he is throwing the ball.
Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A huge play there right off the bat. And even 70 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
12.
And Charbonnet once again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
11, Thomas. 12. Right, 80.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Zach Charbonnet with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Short pass caught by Henry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talked about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Herbert throwing again. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 33. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Here's Herbert. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Ray. Hey, Ram. Hey, go Lion.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll run for it with Henry, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 3rd down, Burrow. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Brian Asamoah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Ethan Evans now. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
There's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, these 2 teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down. Again, Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. These 2 teams all tied after 1. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. As they've got it as we resume action. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They snap it to Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that from that almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards the gain for number 18. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. Down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Now it's Burrow. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
11.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Gun.
Burrow looking to pass. He's got it. That's St. Brown. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Herbert. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Herbert on first down now. And this turns into a nice game with a slide at the end. Now a timeout signaled for them. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
On one, ready?
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Now, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Here's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Herbert back to the air. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Hopkins, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And this game was all square at halftime, and now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on his 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Henry will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for second place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And partner, he now just sits one behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record. But we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simple and merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. To the air again, Herbert. And this total will be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Packers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. sack. Now it's third down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Antonio Johnson. And the Packers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2. Now Burrow. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Brian Asamoah picks up his second sack of the afternoon. On third down, Burrow. Under pressure, and they got to him again. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Here's Herbert. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. Buying time to his left. They'll find Everett there, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, here's Burrow. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They will throw on first down with Burrow. This one taken in by Otton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that one complete to Hodgins. Now it's a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. For the left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
I'm fine, ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. This game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, "You see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too," and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.